Tenrecs are unique and diverse animals found only on Madagascar. There are numerous species of Tenrec, and in this lesson, we'll take a closer look at 3 of them. The Lowland Streaked Tenrec. The Lowland Streaked Tenrec looks kind of like a mix between a shrew and a hedgehog. Its backside is covered with quills and fur, while its underside is covered in a soft hair. True to its name, the Lowland Streaked Tenrec has 4 yellow streaks running the length of its body. It also has a long, pointed snout, no tail, big ears, and small eyes. It's a small creature, reaching only about 5.5 inches in length and about 4.5 to 10 ounces in weight. What are Tenrecs? It's not a shrew, or a mouse, an otter, an opossum, or even a hedgehog. So, what the heck is a Tenrec? These unique-looking animals that come in roughly 30 different species and are mostly found on the island of Madagascar, though a few live on the African mainland and the Comoro Islands, look like a mix of different things that may or may not belong together. They are small animals that mostly feed on invertebrates, and are surprisingly diverse. In this lesson, we're going to look at 3 specific Tenrecs: the Lowland Streaked Tenrec, the Web-footed Tenrec, and the Lesser Hedgehog Tenrec. Physical appearance of Streaked Tenrec. The Lowland Streaked Tenrec, or Hemicentetes semispinosus, belongs to the family Tenrecidae in the order Afrosauricida, and more specifically to the subfamily of the spiny Tenrecs Tenrecinae. The average body size for H. semispinosus is a length of 140 mm, 5.5 inch. However, adults have been recorded to grow up to a maximum of 172 mm, 6.8 inches. Body weight for adults of this species can range from 125 to 280 grams, 4.4 to 9.9 ounces. This species has a black spiny pelage with yellow or chestnut brown stripes that run the length of the body. There is a median yellow stripe that runs down the rostrum, along with 1 dorsal and 2 lateral stripes that mark the length of the body and may serve as a warning to predators. Quills are present in this species, being longer and more numerous on the head and nuchal area. However, the ventral region contains few to no quills but have the ability to detach in predation defense. Shelter. The Streaked Tenrec lives in long, shallow burrows which are usually occupied by family groups. The Lowland Streaked Tenrec is found only on the rainforest-covered eastern side of Madagascar. It is also found in agricultural areas. It eats mostly worms, but has also been known to eat other small invertebrates. Habits and lifestyle. The Lowland Streaked Tenrec is the only sociable Tenrec species, gathering into groups. Groups of these Tenrecs are family units, consisting of up to 20 animals. These diurnal animals can forage both solitarily and in small groups. During the winter months, May to October, they conserve heat by reducing their body temperature to that of the air, meanwhile remaining active. However, when it gets too cold, they usually undergo periods of hibernation. Nesting sites of Lowland Tenrecs are located near water, in fixed burrows. Their latrine sites are hidden in leaves and are typically situated near the entrance of the nest. Members of a group dig burrows, which are connected between each other, forming a complex burrow system belonging to one group. Group members communicate through stridulating special quills. When threatened, Tenrecs raise the quills, surrounding their neck. If threatened, they usually try to prickle the opponent with their quills, accompanying it with violent bucking of their head. Mating habits. Little is known about the reproductive system of this species. It's known that, during the mating season, males compete with each other, engaging in fights in order to attract the attention of receptive females. Lowland Tenrecs mate in September to December. Gestation period lasts for 55 to 63 days, yielding 2 to 11 young with an average of 5 to 8 per litter. Male Lowland Tenrecs are careful to young. Weaning occurs at 18 to 25 days old. Females of this species reach sexual maturity as early as 25 days old, being the only Tenrecs that begin breeding during the same season in which they were born. Reproduction. Breeding takes place during October to December and possibly at other times, depending upon local food supply and temperature. The gestation period lasts 58 days, and the female gives birth to usually between 5 and 8 young. The young are weaned at 18 to 25 days. Lowland streaked tenrec reproduction is a strange affair. Females are only able to have babies up to a year after birth, and it is unique among tenrecs that they are able to reproduce within the same season that they are born. If females aren't in the making babies mood, they will indicate this by raising their quills against males as well as sticking their spines in the male's genitals. Ouch. This likely gets the message across pretty clearly. Communication technology. But probably the most interesting thing about these critters is how they communicate. They do use a variety of common communication signals such as visual, olfactory in common terms also known as smell, auditory, and touch. But they also use stridulation, which is when specialized body parts are rubbed together to create sound. This is the same method of noise making that animals like crickets and cicadas use to create their well-known nighttime music. Due to its rarity, there are not sufficient information regarding the functional morphological mechanism of the streaked tenrec. The sounding quills are different from the spines and hair and are found in the mid-dorsal region of the streaked tenrec. The arrangement and length are similar throughout the streaked tenrec's lifespan, making up 3 rows in its midline area and adjacent areas bilaterally. Cutaneous muscles underneath the quills were confirmed and are known as quill vibrator disc. They are around 16.8 mm long and 8.55 mm in width for an adult. These cutaneous muscles were the apparatus that contribute the vibration of the quills and production of sound for communication. Spines as tools. H. semispinosus has hard keratinous quills located in the mid-dorsal region that act as a sounding device and is thought to be used for communication between mother and young and/or a warning signal to predators. Movement of these quills causes the tips to rub together and create a high-frequency sound. These quills are located in a small area of the mid-dorsal region in a group of 7 to 16 arranged in 3 rows. 5 quills run laterally on each side and is flanked by 5 to 6 quills being light brown in color. The arrangement and number of quills does not alter during growth and neither does the length. The circumference of the quills, however, does change from juvenile to adult. When an individual is aggravated, a defense response is produced by erecting its quills laterally and forward and produces sound when the quills vibrate. H. semispinosus has a highly developed sense of smell, and this response along with foot stamping is also produced when the odor of a predator is detected. This display additionally occurs when males fight for females and when unfamiliar males come across one another. Female encounters, however, have tactile contact and then increase the distance between each other. It uses its quills to communicate in 2 different ways, by raising them in agitation or by rubbing them together in a method known as stridulation, best known as the type noise produced by crickets and cicadas. The sound produced is too high to be perceived by human ears. Population threats. These tenrecs, H. semispinosus, are threatened primarily by the loss of their natural habitat due to continuous deforestation, as it is with many other animals in the Madagascar region. This species is also being hunted for food. Along with many other animals in Madagascar, these tenrecs are primarily threatened by loss of their natural habitat as a result of continuous deforestation. According to UCAN, the lowland streaked tenrec is very abundant and widespread throughout its range, but no overall population estimate is available. Current population trend of this species is unknown. They classified as least concern or LC on the UCAN red list. Feeding upon worms, lowland streaked tenrecs control populations of these invertebrates, thus playing an important role in the ecosystem of their habitat. Fun facts for kids. When spotting a predator, these animals emit crunch and put-put sounds, while the long hairs on their back become stiff, raising and prickling the opponent. And when the predator retreats, the tenrec takes its chance to quickly flee. Newborn lowland tenrecs lack spines, starting to develop them during the first day after birth. The streaked tenrec is the only mammal species practicing stridulation. This is when an animal rubs together parts of its body to give out sound. This technique is more common for insects and snakes. For example, when a baby tenrec loses its mother, it will rub its spines together, emitting a specific noise, which will help the young find its mother. Along with stridulation, these animals communicate through tongue clicking to turn away intruders. It's also possible that they use echolocation, but this supposition is not proven yet. When someone touches the lowland streaked tenrec, this animal can slightly bounce, thrusting its quills into the intruder. As opposed to the sharpened solid quills on the back, the underbelly of this animal is very soft. Yellow quills on the lowland streaked tenrec's head form a crown. In order to turn away intruders, the animal raises the quills. When threatened, it fiercely attacks the opponent with its head butt. This species is closely related to the highland streaked tenrec, inhabiting the central upland parts of Madagascar.
Thanks for watching. Drop a like. Leave a comment on what would you like to see next. And don't forget to subscribe. Animal Facts 101.